Students wake up to a loud bang. See what happened on campus that caused all the commotion.
A Point Park student gets a taste of Hollywood and Russell Crowe's new movie that's being shot right here. How you can score a spot as an extra.
Point Park students head to Harrisburg. We'll show you what the student government was doing in our state capital. Point News starts now. Live from our studio in downtown Pittsburgh, you're watching Point News. Good afternoon, I'm Chris Hoffman.
And I'm Kelsey Metzger. This afternoon, the university has given the all clear after a loud boom startles hundreds of students. Point Park officials say an underground transformer surged around 6:45 a.m. Wednesday morning, causing what sounded like a small explosion. The university sent an email to students explaining what happened. The email says city firefighters accessed the transformer through the basement of the academic hall. Duquesne Light worked throughout the day Wednesday to fix the problem.
A handful of Point Park students took a trip to our state's capital this week. 10 United Student Government members traveled to Harrisburg Monday evening to meet with their Pennsylvania representatives. The students were lobbying for funding towards private universities and college students. Although none of the students were political science majors, USG President Dylan Kunkel feels that they gained a lot from their journey.
Knowing that you have some efficacy as a voter on not only the national level, but what we did perform on the state level. So you learn the process, and you learn that you have a real impact with it. That your vote counts, and that the things that you have to say, sort of anecdotally, person to person, do make a difference on some sort of legislative level, and you get a lot out of that.
After the students met with their representatives, they received a tour of the Capitol building and were special guests during a House of Representatives session.
Point Park is now offering self-defense training classes thanks to the organization SHARP. The first demonstration was held on campus Tuesday night. Point News reporter Sydney Cooper has more on that story.
Brought about the spring-like weather. It is now common for students to be seen walking and socializing around campus well into the night. April is also a very important time for Point Park's Public Safety Office, as they recognize Sexual Assault Awareness Month. Corporal Matthew Mays has the very important job of protecting our students and educating them through sexual harassment, assault response, and prevention training sessions to ensure that they never become a victim.
Your personal safety is paramount. 90% of victims of violent or sexual assault report that they had a bad feeling, and SHARP classes are supposed to, when you have that bad feeling, that's where SHARP classes intervene and prevent an assault from occurring. So that's why SHARP's important. Point Park's campus or any campus around the country.
From screaming to blowing whistles to simple jab maneuvers, SHARP training sessions are interactive and hands-on. Students are given real-life scenarios to practice how they should respond in the case of a sexual assault.
Corporal Matt Mays is teaching students a series of 5 self-defense mechanisms that, when used properly, can make all the difference in a scary situation.
Violence is an unfortunate part of our world. No one likes to think of the possibility of becoming a victim of sexual assault or harassment. But Point Park students like Erica Manuel aren't taking any chances and are feeling more confident after taking a SHARP training session.
I feel great, especially because sometimes I'm a little paranoid, especially being downtown. I feel absolutely wonderful.
If you have been a victim of sexual harassment or sexual assault, or believe that you may be at risk of becoming a victim, students are encouraged to contact the Point Park Police Department at 412-392-3960. At the Student Center, reporting for Point News, I'm Sydney Cooper.
Dark Knight Rises, The Fault in Our Stars. These are just a few of the films that have used Pittsburgh as their backdrop. Now the city can add another name to that list.
That's right, a new movie is currently being filmed in town, and while residents have already spotted some famous faces, one Point Park student is getting in on the Hollywood action. Point News reporter Joanne Petotsky is here to explain.
The new Russell Crowe movie, Fathers and Daughters, is filming right here in Pittsburgh. Stars Amanda Seyfried and Aaron Paul have been spotted all over the city, but some of the less famous faces in the movie can be found right here on Point Park's campus.
Hillary Waverick is a Point Park senior. You'll not only see her around campus, but also in the background of a scene of the upcoming movie, Fathers and Daughters. Waverick responded to the Pittsburgh-based Nancy Mosser casting agency's call for extras for the movie that started filming March 14th.
I saw a Facebook post saying that they needed 18 to 40-year-olds, and they just needed you to be outside walking on a street and then to sit in a bar. And I just applied for it, and they got back to me and said, would you be able to come? I said, of course. And they give you your call time and what time you need to be there. And it's a really simple process.
Waverick says anyone who is interested in being an extra in the movie should start by liking the Nancy Mosser Casting Agency and the Pittsburgh Film Office on Facebook, where openings are posted. Waverick says applying is as easy as filling out a free profile with a photo on the agency's website. Casting agency representatives will call you back if they're interested, and they will tell you where to be and when.
And you get to see a lot of the experience and a lot of the work that goes into things. And especially if it's something you're interested in, it gives you insight into what goes on and what that lifestyle is like. And it's, people who are thinking of going into that field, if they've never had actual experience like on a set, it's definitely beneficial to go and see.
So far, Fathers and Daughters has filmed scenes around downtown, the South Side, the Strip District, Oakland, and Point Breeze. Extras are still needed for scenes to be filmed throughout this month. For Point News, I'm Joanne Pototsky.
Thanks, Joanne. The Obama administration says the number of people who signed up for the Affordable Care Act far exceeded expectations. Now that Monday's deadline has passed, the sign up for the Affordable Care Act or face a penalty, organizers say 7.1 million people signed up for coverage. People who started applying but couldn't finish before the Monday midnight deadline can have extra time. Here's a breakdown of what it means to you. The Affordable Care Act requires everyone to have health insurance or pay a penalty on their tax return. Last year, Pennsylvania had 1.2 million people who didn't have health insurance. Now, if you make less than $46,000 a year, then you will qualify for a big tax credit to make it more affordable. Children can stay on their parents' plans until they're 26, even if they get married. Now, the next thing is if you did not sign up, the fine is $95 for the first year or 1% of your income, whichever is higher. The penalty increases next year to $325 or 2% of your income. And in 2016, the fine is $695 or 2.5% of your income. Here's something else you should know. You can't be denied or penalized for a pre-existing health condition. The only thing that will impact your payment is whether you smoke, and that increases your premiums by 1.5%.
Student safety is an important aspect of college. One unique event on campus promoted safe sex to those who attended. The Campus Activities Board held the Condom Carnival last month in Point Park University Gymnasium. When students arrived, they received condoms and a packet of information. Keenan Parrish is a member of CAB and took the lead of this event. Carnival theme with games such as water pong and plinko. They could also play an informational game of trivia.
Coming up on Point News, showcasing the work of female artists, the campus location hosting a brand new exhibit that kicked off National Women's Month.
And Point Park students traded their green for black and gold. The Pirates tailgating festivities held on campus to cheer on the Bucks for opening day.
UView wants you to be a part of our live studio audience for the 2014 USG debates. Hear what the candidates for president and vice president have to say as they duel it out. USG debates live April 8th, 7 p.m. only on UView.
Hi, you're tuned into Point Park University Television, and UView is for you. Stacy?
Yes, Dan. UView is for you.
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 UView is for you. UView is for you. UView is for you.
Crying out loud.
gotta do everything around here. UView's down. There's no one even in the control room. Paul, have you seen Jesse?
I don't know where he is. You know how
you
he
can
is.
never
He's
find
always
him
missing.
when you need him. UView's down, and no one has any idea where he's at. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm just like losing my mind. Well, here you are. For crying out loud, UView's down. You're in here playing around. Get out here and fix it. And clean up this mess. Some people's kids.
A new art exhibit opened in the Lawrence Hall Gallery just in time for the end of National Women's Month.
The exhibit is called Visions and Revelations, and it features art pieces by members of the National Association of Women Artists. Point News reporter Tori Adams gives us a tour.
Walking through this new gallery, you may think the theme is human images in the natural world, but if you take a closer look, you'll see that the theme is female artists. This show features the talent of women, such as these pieces by Betty Ustin Zwickler, or this piece from Pittsburgh artist Elizabeth Myers Kitongwe called Spatula-Tailed Hummingbird, and this piece, Green-Colored Words, by Mary Alice Arido. Organizers say it works well to host this exhibit from female artists all across the country during National Women's Month. For this particular show, members of the NAWA were given the chance to submit their art, and Sarah Hall of the Frick Art and Historical Center had the hard choice of deciding which pieces go into the show. When I asked Sarah about her favorite piece in the exhibit, she said it wasn't easy. She told me, quote, "That's like picking favorite children. Impossible. And maybe it's a different piece on a different day because of circumstances." The exhibit runs through May 18th and is located in Lawrence Hall lobby. Reporting for Point News, I'm Tori Adams.
Excuse me, Chris.
Sorry,
Up
Kelsey.
next on Point News, USG student debates are this weekend. We have a preview for you coming up.
And if you're, and you're in luck, if you've been keeping up with the bald eagle in the Pittsburgh's Hayes neighborhood, video of the newest arrival of the world coming up on Point News.
Freedom of speech is my right as an American to voice my opinion, or if I choose to stay silent. I have the right to practice my religion. I have the right to publish my own works. With this right, we can be creative, innovative, and change the world. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Do you know all the things you can do with your student ID? Along with getting discounts to some of the restaurants around campus. Showing your Point Park ID can net you deals on tickets at theaters in the Cultural District. To check out all the current options, just search Student Discounts on the Point Park University homepage.
An expression, a belief, a symbol, freedom to worship, an unspoken word. To express yourself means standing up for what you believe in. There's a freedom to worship and a freedom to live. To speak never saying a word, to love, to let your voice be heard. The light of your own path. For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
UView wants you to be a part of our live studio audience for the 2014 USG debates. Hear what the candidates for president and vice president have to say as they duel it out. USG debates live April 8th, 7 p.m. only on UView. The United Student Government of Point Park University looks to continue to build off what they've done this year. They have worked to improve the quality of food, develop the on-campus Wi-Fi, and help develop the Point Park 2020 academic changes. USG is currently working on Pioneer Community Day, which is Point Park's day to give back to the city of Pittsburgh. Then starts the transition of new USG president and vice president who will take over office this spring.
The most important thing that we need out of a president and vice president is to be committed to the organization and improving the university as a whole. And if they are committed and if they do care and put in the time and work, I think that they can do great things.
UView Tuesday at 7 p.m.
It's been more than 250 years since the last nesting of bald eagles in Pittsburgh. Now they're back. 3 fuzzy newborn eaglets were born alongside of the Monongahela River in Hayes. The first 2 were born last month. The final egg hatched on April 1st. Viewers have been keeping tabs on them all week thanks to a free online video feed. The Game Commission says people can go see the eaglets in person, but they are recommended staying at least 1,000 feet away, using binoculars or a telescope to get a closer view. And speaking of whisper, so you don't disturb them.
We've seen our share of rain and sunshine this week. Courtney Jonah is now here with the Weekend Outlook. Courtney, it finally looks like spring outside. Please tell me this weather's going to stay.
You know what, Chris? The rain and sunshine have been a huge mix lately, and I'm just ready for this spring weather to come on. So Thursday, we have a high of 45 degrees. That was this morning. And then at around noon, it's hitting 55. And then as the day progresses, we're going to have 59 degrees. So it's almost going to feel like 60 degrees. It's going to be really nice. So make sure to go out. And then going on to our weekend outlook, Friday we're going to have 70 degrees. So make sure to get outside and go play some basketball or something because you definitely need to get outdoors. And then we're going to have the low of 45 probably throughout the night. And then we're going to have some rain. So just be careful on whenever you're going to be going outside, so make sure you check that. And then Saturday we have a high of 52 and then the low of 30. And then on Sunday we have the high of 58 with 37 as the low. And then I had a chance to go out to the north side this weekend, and I went for a run. And it looked beautiful outside. The water steps are open now, so if you have a chance to go out there, go and check those out. Make sure you can get a run in down in the north side. So yeah, that is the weather. So Phil has your sports, so we're going to take a look at that.
Thank you, Courtney. A big week in sports this week. For the first time since 1994, Tiger Woods will not play in the Masters. Woods withdrew from the Bay Hill tournament a couple weeks ago because of a pinched nerve in his back. He had surgery to fix the issue, but he could be out well into the summer. And Bucco fever is once again taking over Pittsburgh. Right now, the Pirates are playing the Cubs as they wrap up their opening homestand. Today's game comes after a dramatic finish in Game 2. The game lasted 5 hours and 55 minutes. That's the longest baseball game in Pittsburgh history. Point Park's SAEM club held a tailgating party at the Student Center last night. Fans were watching when, in the 16th inning, catcher Tony Sanchez hit a walk-off single to drive in the winning run. The Pirates won 4-3. Today, we caught up with Point Park junior Haley Kopinski, who was at the game and caught a ball.
So I caught this ball yesterday at the 14th inning of the 16-inning game versus the Cubs. It was actually hit by a Cubs player, which is a little upsetting, but it was so cool. I've been going to games since before PNC was there. I used to go to Three Rivers all the time with my family when I was a kid, and this is the first time I ever got a ball, so I was super excited. I'd like to say yes because they're my favorite team in baseball, but the way they're playing right now, I really don't think that they're going to make it to playoffs this year, unfortunately, but I have hope. It can change. It's the second game.
Again, the Pirates and Cubs are playing Game 3 right now. The next series against the St. Louis Cardinals begins tomorrow with first pitch at 7:05. Also, Point Park alumni Don Kelly made the opening day roster for the Detroit Tigers for the 5th straight year. Kelly was an All-American at Point Park from 1999 to 2001 and has had a big impact for the Tigers in recent years. Kelly is a veteran utility player who will likely see playing time all over the field. He's the only active MLB player to play every position on the field, including pitching.
That's good for Point Park University. Definitely be represented there on the national level, Phil. Don Kelly once again making another national appearance. But that weather, once again, great stuff there too, Courtney.
It does. It looks like we have great weather, but that does it for this week's Point News. Join us again next Thursday live at 2 p.m.
Have a great weekend, everybody.